Once again, thank you very much for joining this beautiful Sunday Feast gathering. Is there anyone who's visiting us for the first time? Is there anyone who's not part of Bhakti Vriksha, any Bhakti Vriksha other than Sunday Feast? Basically, it's a DG program, happens in a smaller scale so that people have more opportunity to chat at the personal level and they can ask other personal questions as well, right? Sometimes it's difficult to ask what you think, sometimes the basic question, sometimes it's hesitation to ask in a big group, right? So having small gathering on a regular basis helps a lot in spiritual progress and answering all the questions and nitty-gritty about the devotional process. So anyone who's interested in joining and they're not part of Bhakti Vriksha, please see Gauri Nandan Prabhu or myself right after the program and we'll help you right through the process. Thank you. Once again, it's very important that parents do take care of their children. Outside Sunday school, if the kids are registered in Sunday school, outside Sunday school right after 2 p.m., one parent, or before actually, before Sunday school as well, one parent must be with their child, right? Especially for kids who are less than 7 years, 6 years, 7 years old kid. We want to ensure one parent is always nearby and they're keeping an eye on the kid. It's very, very important. It's important as a parenting tip, and also it's important from policy perspective as well, and for the very strict policy. So we really need your support in implementing the safety of the kids and the particular kid, and the fellow students and devotees. Today, we take this opportunity to express our deepest gratitude to Sunday Feast sponsor. We have Ashra, Priya Mataji, and Sudhir Prabhu. Are they here? We don't see it, Prabhuji. They are sponsoring Sunday Feast, today's Sunday Feast, on their child, Suhut's birthday. He's an amazing kid. He's part of Sunday school and many cultural activities in the past. Is Suhut there? I don't see them, so okay, I'll reach out to them outside. For upcoming events, do I really have to mention what's the event next week that we are celebrating? Yes. Okay. We are all trying to develop the prem bhav towards Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. We heard that we cannot invoke Supreme Lord, we cannot really get to the bhava unless we have a mercy of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. We cannot invoke His mercy without going through Radharani. And the easiest way to invoke Radharani's mercy is through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We cannot go directly to Radharani. And we heard multiple times, and scriptures also says that in order to invoke Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, we have to go through Lord Nityananda. And what better way to try to invoke Lord Nityananda's mercy other than observing His appearance day. And that is what we are observing on coming week, Wednesday, 21st February. So celebration starts 5 p.m. We'll have amazing bhajans, kirtan, abhishek. We'll have amazing discourse and feast. So actually programs start at 5 p.m. But in reality, program starts at 5 a.m. for Mangala Aarti. So I request everyone, if at all possible, to please come and start your day by participating in Mangala Aarti and morning program on Nityananda Trayodashi, which is Wednesday, 21st February. So please do not forget, it's a weekday, still mark your calendar and ensure you keep yourself completely available for that day. Not only to participate in the celebration, but also to ready to do any kind of service which is available at that time. So thank you very much once again. And it's my honor to request our Sunday Feast speaker today. Anyone knows who that is? Anyone read the flyers? His guest, Divya Tirth Prabhu. He don't need any introduction. He's part of the congregation. He's a really integral part of the congregation. He's involved in many services in the background. He's preacher, he's pujari, He's an actor and multiple drama coordinator. And he speaks not only from his realization, his Shastric understanding, and also he speaks from his heart. Like one of those speakers who speaks freely from his heart. And he's a really exalted devotee. And I honor to call him my dear friend. His case, Devati Prabhu Ki. But he also is very well qualified. He is a senior architect in Rocket Mortgage. Very well versed in technical as well as spiritual, in material, technical, and spiritual knowledge. And he always ready to extend his support materially as well as spiritually. I'm one of the recipients. He helped me, outside devotional activity as well and during devotional service as well. So thank you very much, Prabhu, for all your support that you extend throughout the congregation. Let's welcome Devati Prabhu and see that now we can sing. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Ki Jai.
विजय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जननंदन यशोदानंदन व्रज शिला प्रभुपाद की समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलम् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हुकुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा। Okay, thank you, bro. I'll do it before that. Thank you so much for coming here together today. On behalf of ISKCON Farmington Hills, we welcome you all for coming here. I was just thinking about one thing. It is easier to speak in conferences in front of 10,000 people on technical subjects versus speaking on spirituality because it's such a vast ocean. And on top of it, imagine you go for an interview at Microsoft, and who's the interviewer? Say the CEO of the company is an interviewer, so you become even more nervous. What I'm going to speak? You know what this guy is going to ask me. So we have a lot of CEOs here who are directly connected to Krishna. His Grace Rasika Bhuvi Prabhu is there, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, Kadam Kanan Prabhu, Sri Gopal Prabhu, DRS Advait Pran Prabhu, and many other devotees here. I may miss some of them. So what I'm going to speak is very difficult topic for me, but I will share something which I've been hearing about. We see sometimes a nice glimpse of good weather. We say spring is coming. So there is little excitement here, but there is a bigger excitement in spiritual world and specifically in Vrindavan. So there is a beautiful narration on spring pastimes. So today's topic, I just want to I want to make sure whatever I'm going to speak, nothing comes from me. This is combined effort of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj and His Holiness Indradumna Maharaj. So I combined some of the nectar they shared into this class. So if there are any deficiencies, that's because of me. So please forgive me about that. I felt if I'm able to sit here and speak about Krishna Katha, if we are able to actually relish this Krishna Katha, is because of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. So I was just sharing a couple of incidents about Srila Prabhupada's glories. So I want to start with these two, or maybe just one, we'll see based on the time. So there was this very leading sannyasi in ISKCON. He was invited to actually go in the forest. What kind of people? Tribal people. So they actually invited him for lunch. So Maharaj was thinking, are they inviting me for lunch or am I going to become their lunch? So he was thinking about it and he said, okay. So anyhow, that's the whole purpose of sannyas ashram. I will go. Thank you for covering me. Um, so he went there, and then the king of the tribals was sitting on a throne, and he said, "I've been waiting for you." So the sannyasi even got scared. What does that mean? So what he did is he pulled out a Bhagavad Gita next to him, and he said, "While in the forest, there was one person who gave us this Bhagavad Gita, and since then I've been reading Bhagavad Gita." And I was eager to actually go in deeper aspect of Bhagavad Gita. That is why I invited you. So this is because of Srila Prabhupada. Lord Chaitanya's message is not just restricted to some of us here, but it is across the world. Second incident which I want to share, this is in Australia. So devotees wanted to do Rath Yatra in the downtown of Sydney. That's where my Krishna consciousness started. So I'm very touched to this story. So they wanted to do that in the best city in the Sydney downtown. So they wanted to do like that. And they were not getting the permission. So what they did is they started doing Harinam Sankirtan everywhere. So police catch hold of him and put them in the jail. So this devotee, this is actually Madhu Dvesha Prabhu. So he actually messaged Prabhupada, not through the phone, but he sent a letter to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, they are asking that we need to pay 5 to 10,000 Australian dollars to get us relieved from this jail. Prabhupada said, don't do anything, you just do Harinam Sankirtan in the jail, everything will be taken care of. So Madhudusha Prabhu took it very seriously. He's one of the best Kirtaniyas. So he started doing Sankirtan inside the jail. And the moment he started doing the Sankirtan in the jail, all the criminals who were there, they also started participating in the Kirtan. So this happened one day. Second day, whoever was the jailers who were taking care of protecting, not protecting, but basically making sure these guys are properly taken care of and they are jailed, they also started participating in Kirtan. So there was a huge applaud. The voice was coming outside, so the jailer also came in a few days. What's going on? Every day I just hear this. So when he came, he said, "What's going on?" So the whoever people who are basically taking care of these criminals, they welcomed him Haribol. So he was like, "What are you talking about?" So he realized there is something they are just doing some brainwash, so we have to let them go. So they asked them, you go. So Madhudusha Prabhu realized, and all the devotees realized they're saying that, the kirtan is going, the program is going great inside the jail rather than outside. So they said, we don't have money, we don't want to go out. They said, no, it's not working out. So there was a conflict. So anyway, so the court, the case reached to the judge. So Supreme Court judge was there in Australia, and he said, what's the problem statement? A lot of times we go in the meeting, and for 3 years we talk, and then one person stands away. What is this meeting all about? What is the problem statement? Well, that's a good question. We didn't realize for 3 years. So it happens in corporate. So the judge asked, what is the problem statement? So Madhudusha Prabhu said, actually, we wanted to actually do Harinam Sankirtan on the main street of Sydney, but these guys didn't let us do that. So judge realized saying that, oh, you know what, these guys are more problematic inside than the outside. So they said, let them do in the best street of Sydney, the Harinam Sankirtan, and let them do the Rath Yatra there. And that's how the Rath Yatra started in Sydney. So thank you so much. So Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we have Lord Chaitanya's name spread all around. So when the spring season is coming in Vrindavan, which is actually this Vrindavan Dham, which is near Delhi in India, is non-different from spiritual world. So there are beautiful pastimes which are happening, and specifically Krishna is glorifying spring season in various scriptures. So we will talk about some of them. Okay, so beautiful. Can somebody read the translation? Considering the time, we will directly go to the translation.
Of the hymns in the Samaveda, I am the Bharat.
You're good.
And of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of months, I am the Marga Shirsha, November, December. And of seasons, I am flower-bearing spring.
Beautiful. So you see, there are beautiful garland. A lot of Matajis put a lot of efforts to actually decorate the Lord. And spring is Krishna saying, if of all the season, I am the spring. So I want to also speak about how Srimad Bhagavatam is glorifying spring season. So we will start. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 18, Text 4. Is that readable? Can someone start with 4 on the left? This is 4th verse.
In Vrindavan, the loud sound of waterfalls covered the cricket's noise, and clusters of trees, constantly moistened by spray from those waterfalls, beautified the entire area.
We have to spend thousands of dollars to go to Hawaii and see those waterfalls. But in Vrindavan, it is completely natural. Text 5.
The wind wafting over the waves of the lakes and flowing rivers carried away the pollen of many varieties of lotuses and water lilies and then cooled the entire Vrindavan area. Thus, the residents there did not suffer from the heat generated by the blazing summer sun and seasoned forest fires. Indeed, Vrindavan was abundant with fresh green grass.
Beautiful. Text 7. So this is basically, even though it's a summer season, but because Krishna is the CEO of the entire cosmic manifestation and even beyond that, for him, everyone wants to please Krishna. And that's how even in summer, the spring season manifests. Text 7.
Flowers beautifully decorated the forest of Vrindavan, and many varieties of animals and birds filled it with sound. The peacocks and bees sang, and the cuckoos and cranes cooed.
Amazing. Everyone wants to be aligned with one target or one goal to please Krishna. You know why companies lose so much of money? There are a lot of projects started and they just basically somehow say that we are not aligned and we start with that. Only one problem. Not everyone is aligned. And whatever you do in any corporate, the alignment will never happen because the corporate is like whatever number of employees, 10,000, 5,000. So 10,000 egos coming together to make a decision. Right? So when we talk about what is a head count, we should say, what is your ego count? How many employees are there? We say, how many egos are there? Because when two egos, it happens sometimes at home, Matajis and Prabhus, she says something else, I want something else. And then there are conflicts of interest there. But in spiritual world or in spiritual consciousness, based on what Prabhu spoke today, the goal is one. Why are we sitting here? Well, Prasad will be served for sure. But some of us are sitting here. Hey, this guy is here talking. Let's hear what he has to say something about. Or some of us having a goal saying that I want to go to the next stage. I've been coming here for many weeks, months, years, but I'm not growing. I want to go beyond that. Right? So here, this is the consciousness. How do I measure where I'm heading towards when my goal is aligned with everyone else? This is the leadership principle. Why do they spend thousands of dollars taking people to outing or doing what do they call team building exercise? Why? Because everyone is just going in a different direction. They have to be aligned. But with Krishna consciousness, that comes by default, by product. It is like when you go to the shop, they give you an option saying that buy one, get 50% off. Here, buy one, get second 100% off. So when you come to Krishna consciousness, what you have to bring? You have to just bring your faith. Nityanand Prabhu says that. And you get all this byproduct. You will be automatically successful in your work life. You will automatically be a good parent. You will be automatically a good child. And whatever challenges you will have in your life will automatically be taken care of. You don't have to spend a huge sum of money to take care of that. Last one, 9th. Mataji, anybody wants to read the 9th verse?
Decorating themselves with really grown leaves, along with peacock feathers, garlands, clusters of flowers, flower buds, and color minerals, Balaram, Krishna, and their cohort.
Friends danced, wrestled, and sang together. Beautiful. Thank you. Sorry, my fonts are a little small. I didn't get time to finish up this presentation, so please forgive me about that. So, everyone has just one goal. How do I please Krishna? And Krishna wants to accept, Krishna and Balaram wants to accept their service. That will be the main presentation today. We want to narrate also some of the beautiful experiences in Jagannath Puri. So actually, like Sri Gopal was great, Sri Gopal Prabhu was talking about Tuesday is a very special day of appearance of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is not different from Balaram, and Lord Chaitanya was not different from Krishna. After Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, he was in Jagannath Puri. And how is spring experience in Jagannath Puri? That is the next one. Text 79. Who can read that for me?
Lord, along with you, third one of the access gardens called Jagannath Vallabha.
Wonderful. Mataji's 80.
In the garden were fully blossom trees and creepers, exactly like those in the
Bumblebees.
bumblebees and birds like the sugar and
Sorry.
sally and pickers out with one another.
81. Prabhu's.
A mild breeze was blowing, carrying the fragrance of romantic flower. The breeze
Had become
become a bee and
was teaching.
was teaching all the trees and creepers how to dance.
Beautiful. The breeze had become a guru. She was guiding. The breeze was guiding everyone how to dance. Text 83. Sorry, the word wrapping is really bad, so please forgive me about that. I'll read that. The 6th season, especially spring, seemed present there. Seeing this garden, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was very happy. So, with that consciousness that spring is coming, Lord Krishna spoke in 10th chapter about vibhutis, about his opulences. So, whenever we see spring season, rather than thinking about how do I enjoy, the thought is, wow, this is so dear to Krishna. How can I actually increase my devotion towards Krishna? So just few days back, there was a Vasanta Panchami. Vasanta Panchami is the first day of spring. So on the first day of spring, there are various temples in Vrindavan. They perform various wonderful activities or wonderful decorations, wonderful celebration for the pleasure of the Lord. So on the first day of Vasant Panchami, what they do is they decorate the Lord with yellow dress, because the yellow is a color of flower bearing. So basically they decorate the Lord with beautiful yellow dresses. So this is a beautiful video which I saw, so intoxicating and meditating, talking about or showing this beautiful form. This is basically in Mumbai, this is not in Vrindavan, but this beautifully manifests how Lord So, there was a beautiful statement by my spiritual master, which is a kind of very difficult statement to realize. He said, why are we suffering in this material world? Because Krishna is so beautiful. I'll repeat the statement. Why are we suffering in the material world? Because Krishna is so beautiful. Can anybody comment on what exactly he's trying to say? Anybody here? Beautiful. Krishnandan Ketan Prabhu, because we are envious, we want to be the controller. I want to be more beautiful than Krishna. When I am wearing a beautiful dress, when I'm wearing a beautiful sari, I don't want everyone to look at the beautiful form of the Lord, but I want them to see it to me. And that is why we suffer. So, when we see the beautiful darshan of the Lord, it should remind us, hold on. There is a beautiful song which was composed by Gauravani Prabhu. He says, my desire to control is finally over. Now I surrender. So we have been trying to control from not just this birth, but many, many births. But now we have to realize why I'm coming here. Yugal Kishore Prabhu beautifully mentions multiple times, we are not here to take anything from you. You do whatever you're doing. We don't even ask you money. I've seen in the temple, when you take the prasad, they basically put a donation box so that at least you put something. Because sometimes we just have a habit. Hey, I'm getting free of cost. Why should I pay? but he never asks even for money for any of us. Some of people just come at the end towards just eating. We have two doors, right? From here and second. So I will skip this. I'll directly come from second door. I can have prasad. It's up to them. So here the temple is not asking for you to give anything. We are here to give you back. This is the place where we want to give you. We are not expecting anything from you. So this is the whole purpose of Krishna conscious movements, right? So I want to actually narrate few beautiful pastimes specifically related to the flower season, especially related to the flowers. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, one who offers me patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. That when you offer the flower, water, and what is that next one? Patram pushpam phalam. Yeah, the fruit. With love and devotion, I accept it. So there's a beautiful pastime when Krishna is entering Mathura. So when Krishna is entering Mathura, everyone is charmed with his beauty. This is one thing, when I came to ISKCON temple, which attracted me the most is talking about how beautifully they decorate the Lord. I was just amazed because I went to the other temples where the Lord would be wearing that dress for a month or for a couple of weeks. But here you see every day, not just one time, twice a day, you see, now we change because now we close the curtain at 8:30 and after that we do the dressing. But otherwise, two times you get to see Lord is in a new outfit. And there is so much of effort goes behind decorating the deity with wonderful ornaments and wonderful clothes. So when Krishna enters in Mathura, everyone is charmed with his beauty. And he enters to a small lane and he comes to a flower merchant. And when the flower merchant sees the beauty of Krishna and Balram, he's mesmerized. He's asking, today my life, my family, my forefathers achieved the greatest blessing because you have come to accept my service. What can I do for you? So he's thinking that. And Krishna and Balram didn't say a single word. But within his heart, he realized, I want to offer the best garlands I have made for the pleasure of the Lordship. So he offers all the garlands for Krishna Balram and all the Gopas there who were just entering in Mathura. And Krishna is very, very pleased. And Krishna says, because you have pleased me, I offer you 3 boons. This is very interesting. Someone may say, hey, I've been coming and practicing for many, many years. I come every Sunday, maybe, for some of us, and offer the flowers, but I never see Krishna offering the boons to me. Apparently looks like, right? Oh, it's a one-way game, You see a lot of roads which says one way. You just go one way. So I don't see any reciprocation from the Lord. What am I missing? Right? We were just discussing, Prabhuji was beautifully mentioning in Srimad Bhagavatam, then what are we missing? What am I doing wrong? Can somebody tell me this thing? This flower merchant has just the quality of simplicity. What is the quality he has? The quality of simplicity. Didn't ask anything. Our problem is that, at least people like me, Sukh sampati gar aave, kashta mite tan ka. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Why Om Jagadish? Sorry, Prabhu, this is the recitation of prayer which we do in Indian language. I'll tell you the meaning. Why I'm glorifying the Lord? That comes later. What is the first statement? Sukha Sampati. I want opulences. I don't want to be a beggar. I don't want to be a previous Sudama. I want to be the next Sudama. Krishna, you can offer everything. So I don't want to be a beggar, but I want to be the other side of the street. I like being that. You know everything about me. So Krishna, I want to be that. So Kashtamate Danka. I don't want to pay the heavy bill of hospitals. So I don't want to get sick. There should not be anything in my body. When I go for scanning, like Kadam Kanan Prabhu was beautifully glorifying Advait Pran Prabhu, if he goes for screening, and there are 4 chambers in the heart, there will be Lord Chaitanya. What did he say? Lord Chaitanya Nityananda Panchatattva. Chaitanya, thank you. Bhagavad, Srila Prabhupada, Leelamrita, and Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, Prabhu. Oh, sorry. Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavad, and thank you. So, we want the second part, but this person did not have any desire. So when Krishna asked, I'm ready to offer you, you ask me any boon. Nah, this is a beautiful thing. What is the first boon he asked? This is the crux of today's program. Krishna, if it pleases you, please bless me with unshakable devotional service for you, Krishna, so I can serve you with love. Not that I want to serve myself. Sukha sampatti ghar aave. I don't want anything. I just want a devotion. I just want the unshakable faith so that I can serve you birth after birth. Very beautiful. A simple person is offering, a simple heart offers such prayers. But we are living in the world of series and we are living in the world of Alexas. So rather than switching on the light and switching off the light, hey Alexa, can you switch off the light for me? This is where we lose the simplicity. Again, I'm not against the technology, but this technology should not complex our life or complex our thought process. When I come to the temple, I think about, hey, this is Saturday, Sunday. Next week, kids off. What will they do? I don't know about it. My job is there. How can I take care of my kids? I'm coming to the temple, I'm listening this katha to get rid of all this complexity. Our life is cluttered with so many things. We want to be clutter free when we come here, or at least our mind, which is more cluttered than our home, we want to keep it simple. That's why we come here every Sunday and probably every day. Second boon, which he is asking, Krishna, please offer me forever friendship with your devotees, with those who love you. Prabhuji was briefly, wonderfully, in detail explaining about why the association of devotees is important. We don't come here to talk about there is a vacancy in my company. We don't come here to talk about I saw a new recipe about malai kofta. We don't come here to talk about, hey, did you invest in this stock? We don't come here to talk about, hey, you know what, they just made the 4-course meal. Earlier, it used to be a 20-course meals. We come here to glorify Krishna. We come here to talk about Krishna. And that could only happen when you associate with devotees. Hey, Zoom is there. Why do I have to go in this cold? I can watch it online. Why do I have to go? Like I was watching this morning and Prabhu was giving such a wonderful katha. The ecstasy was flowing in the entire temple, but I couldn't experience on the Zoom. Right? The third boon, Krishna, please bless me with your transcendental compassion through all living beings. He's not saying compassion to my family. He's not saying compassion to my Telugu, Tamil, Sindhi, Gujarati family. He is saying compassion to all living beings. Prabhuji was beautifully mentioning about the compassion is a byproduct of pure devotion. A devotee who has a pure devotion can only have compassion toward others. Otherwise, compassion. Right? That's the height we can reach to. That is, we say sky is the limit. Our limit is passion kam karo. Reduce the passion. But we can never realize how to practice compassion. Now, when Krishna heard these 3 boons, he was mesmerized. He said, though you didn't offer or you didn't ask for it, I give you prosperity in the material world. I give you a stinking richness in this material world. You will get whatever you need in the material world, even beyond this material world, whatever you want, you will receive. Now, one may say, I like the second part. I'm not able to practice the first part, but let me get the second one. But we cannot get the second until we get the first one. And that is why spirituality is not a business of a parrot. What does parrot do? Parrot says the same names as we do. He can do that. But the difference is that the heart is missing. And I'm just trying to remind myself. So when we come here, when we hear about this Krishna Katha, we eat nice prasad, is so that I continue until next Sunday I come in if I'm just coming on Sunday. I continue the same consciousness. Right? That's the whole idea. So Krishna is offering everything, saying that even after this life, you come back to my abode. What is his abode? His abode, you don't have to work 9 to 5, or for some of us 9 to 9. You don't have to pay a heavy mortgage insurance, free of cost. The home doesn't break, your furnace doesn't stop working, you don't need a furnace, you don't need an air conditioner. You feel like, I want a beautiful weather. The flowers are growing outside. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastime, he actually told, Malati flower, is that right, Prabhu? What flowers he asked for? He asked for Kadamba flower or Malati. He asked, can you get the Malati flower? And the person whom he spoke, it was, I think, Srivas Thakur. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, here Malati flower doesn't grow. They grow in Vrindavan. He says, go out and see. And he saw the flowers were grown on the tree. It is not only applicable to Lord. One time, devotees wanted to celebrate Srila Prabhupada's birthday. So they made a 3-tier or 4-tier cake. They offered to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada cut the cake and he took one piece of it. And then he gave the whole cake to his disciples. So one of the disciples asked Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, isn't it that the servant is enjoy more than the master? Srila Prabhupada said, yes, that's Krishna consciousness. That Krishna wants to offer you more than you can expect. And this is where the second pastime starts. So Krishna offers him everything. By this pastime, this is already taken care of. By this pastime, there is a wonderful person. There is wonderful person whose name is, thank you, Vishnu Chittar. He is actually one of the Alvars. A lot of South Indians here, so you are an expert. I'm not an expert, but I was very touched with his pastime. Very wonderful. So Vishnu Chittar was studying when he heard this beautiful pastime that this flower merchant is so devoted. He wanted to actually offer everything he has. I want to grow flowers. So he left everything. He started growing flowers, specifically Tulsi plant. He started growing Tulsi plant. And then he was serving the Lord. He would make the simple garland and will offer to the Lord's temple every afternoon. He would get a chance to offer to the Lord and he would do that. And one time, this is in Madurai, the king actually was hearing and finding out, he wanted to find out what is the glories of goal of life of liberation. So he reached out to his prime minister. How do I find out the answer for that? For us, what do we think about? What is the goal of getting an earlier green card? How can I get a citizenship? How can I get a 600K house for 100K? Right? When I put my offer, now there are a competition offer, I should get that offer. I'll share you a beautiful pastime on that. So this is actually a Fisher mentioned temple, which we know about, Radha Kunj Bihari temple. Prabhu is their vice president. He would be able to correct me and add on that. So what is happening is this realtor wanted to actually sell this mansion and nobody was coming. And Srila Prabhupada spoke to his disciples and arranged a showing. And this guy was excited. Finally, I got to get something, I have someone to actually see. This was listed for $1 million. And this is many, many years back. So Srila Prabhupada, along with his disciples, especially Ambrish Prabhu, who is actually the owner of Ford Motors, they went there. And Srila Prabhupada and this realtor was very excited and showing not this, standing out and just you go and figure it out. He was showing each and every room. And Srila Prabhupada, this is where Radha Krishna should be there. This is where a Brahmachari ashram should be there. And the most beautiful part about this temple is there is a river flowing, there is a lake flowing through that, and that would come near the dining area. So Srila Prabhupada was excited. Now this realtor is also excited. And Srila Prabhupada said, this palace is worth for a king to live. So realtor, I'm like, finally, I'm going to get an offer. So the next line Srila Prabhupada said, but we are beggars. We don't have anything. Can you offer this palace as a donation to our temple? This guy lied flat on the floor saying that how could even one ask about it? And can you imagine 1 million to $0? What is how much you can negotiate, we always, at least Indians, have a habit of negotiation, can somebody go to that extent of 1 million to $0? So devotees woke him up and then finally he got out of that delusion. So Srila Prabhupada said, we'll offer you 300K for this. Fine. So this person got up and he was about to faint again. So devotees hold him. And then what Srila Prabhupada said, there were two devotees. One was a lady who was actually the daughter of the labor minister. And this Prabhu Fort, so he said, you offer 150K, you give 150K, and she will give 150K. That's how we'll get the temple. Coming back to the previous story, the servant enjoys more than Krishna. And this realtor agreed to sell 1 million house or 1 million palace for 300K. Next day, he brought a truck, this realtor. And he started removing all the beautiful, whatever decorations were there. He said, your spiritual master cheated me to the disciples. I don't know why I said yes. And I gave this house for 300K. And then devotee said, whatever deal is signed, you cannot remove anything from this house. And that's how this guy got frustrated and went out. So Vishnu Chittar actually wanted to offer a simple garland. And one time this king of Madurai wanted to find out what is the goal of liberation. So his prime minister said, set up a debate and whoever wins, we will offer him the greatest treasure of gold. And the treasure of the gold was on the height, on the ceiling. It will automatically come down whoever wins. So a lot of people came and, oh wow, this is a golden opportunity. We want to do it. And everyone failed. And Vishnu Chittar was taking rest. At the time, he had a dream. Lord Krishna came in his dream and he said, you go and participate in this competition. So Vishnu Chittar, like I was told, can you give the class today? And I was in complete mess. I don't know how I'm going to give the class. So he was saying, I don't have any scriptural knowledge, my Lord. How am I going to speak? I have no idea. Lord Krishna said, he said, you go and then you depend on me. And that's how I'll be pleased. How many of us will go unprepared? Because we're thinking, what will people think about me? Whatever is, whether I'm able to speak or not able to speak, but after I can't speak any question, the whole world is going to talk about it. What rubbish you are talking about. Right? He went. And he went and he spoke a simple words. What is he speaking about? First and foremost thing, his beauty was so attractive, the king invited him. Like a very, very beautiful, going back to Krishna Leela, when Sudama, His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu was talking about when Sudama entered the palace, about to enter the palace, the gatekeepers, his wife actually told him, you go in and beg something because we are just a beggar. So he was mentioning about even the doorkeepers had ability to offer him a lot of jewels. That's the opulence. The opulence is not millions of dollars in bank account anytime anything is taken away. Opulence is, this is opulence. In the service, we receive everything. So he went there and then king invited him saying that you come. Right? He just went there. And he spoke a simple word. The supreme perfection of life is to please Supreme Lord with our service. That is what you're just talking about. Why are we here? Yes, the plate which you're going to eat is wonderful. There is someone who is making that plate for you. There is someone who is cooking for all of us. There is someone who is washing. His Grace Jai Sachinandan Prabhu was mentioning, I said, Prabhu, can you cover me for the seva? He said, Prabhu, I'm washing. The humility is not in giving classes here. Anybody can speak. Humility is in rendering service. When we come here, the next question should be, Prabhu's, Mataji's, how can I serve? I've been coming for more than a week now. Can I contribute? Like one time when Srila Prabhupada would actually invite all the devotees at 26 Second Avenue. And he would cook for them. And after that, he's a 70-year-old person. He would wash the vessels. One time, one person came in and asked, can I help you? Srila Prabhupada said, I've been waiting for someone. That's what Krishna is looking at. He is looking at each and every one of us. But what is the reciprocation he's looking for? What can he do for me? I can offer you the whole spiritual world. Dhruva Maharaj was offered a Dhruva planet. So can you imagine what he has to offer us? One time, one old lady was carrying the sticks. She went in the jungle to carry the sticks and she would sell and earn her livelihood. She was carrying those sticks and they fell off. She was thinking, can somebody help him? Help her. The Lord came and said, what can I do for you? What did she ask for? Can you carry this bucket and put it on my head? Trust me, you may find it like she's a fool. At least I am part of that, and some of us are part of that fool. We ask Krishna, Sukha Sampati Gar Aave, Kashta Mite Tan Ka. What is that? I don't want opulence. I want to rot here in the material world. I don't want to go in the spiritual Krishna. I'm ready to pay heavy mortgage. I'm ready to pay health insurance. I'm ready to see in the snow, whatever is there. But the real crux of spirituality is, I want to offer you something. And when he said that, immediately the treasure fell from the ceiling and everybody was amazed. The great Brahman asked, hey, this is just a guy who is growing flowers. He is getting a treasure. And when he got that, this is what they do in South India. So they actually set up a big chariot for him, and he actually rose on the elephant. And there was a big celebration going on. He knows the purpose of life, and he was such humble. Can you imagine Lord Vishnu along with Garuda and Lakshmi Devi personally came to offer flowers to him? When I heard this, I'm like, my life is a complete waste. Life is a complete waste if the Lord doesn't reciprocate. And here, Lord is, I'm not saying we are alvars, but at our little tiny capacity, how are we pleasing the Lord? That's the crux of the spirituality. The crux of the spirituality is not Monday I'll go to this temple, Tuesday I'll go to this temple. I used to do that. Don't go to 10 places. When you know that I want to buy a juice, you search online, it's cheaper in Walmart, you go to one store. Use your brain. Please forgive me, I'm not saying you are brainless, I'm talking about myself here. What is this brain? I'm coming here. Krishna, what I have to offer you, can you guide me? I'm struggling. Can you help me understand what is the goal of life? Right? This is what he's talking about. The king, when the Lord Vishnu came in, this person was filled with tears in his eyes. Seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, he is all powerful. But what he appreciates is the beauty of the Lord, the sweetness of the Lord. When you come here, you take the darshan, you definitely appreciate the beautiful dress they are wearing, but you appreciate the sweetness of Krishna that relishes him the most. So he said, my Lord, why have you come here? Now this is where he takes the mood of Yashoda Maya. He says, I'm here, I want to offer you a blessing. Let me repeat. Vishnu Chittar is saying to Lord Vishnu, I want to offer you a blessing. One may say, how can a devotee offer the prayer to Krishna? But this is the beauty of spirituality, which is on the higher dimension. What is the difference between Vishnu Loka and Krishna Loka? In Vishnu Loka, we offer everything to the Lord in the form of awe, in the mood of awe and reverence. He's the Lord. But Krishna Loka offers you to play with Krishna like this. We don't want to be here, we want to be there. And what is the consciousness we need? The consciousness we need is of Vishnu Chitta. Krishna, how can I serve you? Right? So here he is saying, why have you come to the world which is full of exploitation? People are so greedy here, they will exploit you. And I was thinking about myself. And I connected this to this thing. Sukha Sampati Gar Aave. I'm not against the prayer. Please forgive me about that. If some of us have that faith. What are we asking? I'm trying to exploit. What I'm asking for, Krishna, I want my pleasure. I don't care about others. When I'm in the line, there is a last rasgulla, I should get it. Right? I should get it. His Grace Achyut Gopal Prabhu, one time we were serving and there were more people than what we could serve. So we forgot to, I don't remember the exact incident, but I'll tell the crux. So we forgot to prepare the plates for the servers. and there was no prasadam left. I took the plate. I was also serving, and there were other devotees who took the plate. And Achyut Gopal Prabhu came, and he didn't have anything in his plate, pretty much empty. And I'm like, Prabhu, where is your plate? Prabhu, I had it at home. And then later I realized that he just, because there was nothing left for him. How many of us are willing to do that? This is why Krishna is living in the heart of those devotees who wants to offer everything to him and they want to go the last. Right? So he is offering, Lord, why have you come here? People are ready to exploit you. And then everybody was mesmerized. What they were Lord Vishnu personally came for this gardener. They were so happy. And the king also realized, and he wanted him to become his guru. And he said, no, let me go. I just want to offer my flowers. I just want to grow my flowers. And he left from there. And he was giving all the riches he got, he actually donated it to all the people there. Right? So he was doing the service, and then after a few years he became old and he was serving. And one time, near his Tulsi plant, he found a beautiful girl. He found a beautiful girl whose name was Goda Devi. And she was extremely beautiful. And he asked everyone, Jai Shri Radha Gopi Janal Bhagwan ki jai, Nitai Pati Tapana Gaurari ki jai. So he was mesmerized by her beauty, and he reached out to all the people around. Hey, somebody forgot to put their daughter. They said no. So he started taking care of her. And this beautiful girl, Goda Devi, she had only one desire. What is her desire? I want to be a gopi. I want to serve Srimati Radharani in spiritual world. So she had just that desire. So when Vishnu Chittar would actually make that beautiful garland, he will put it in the room so that he can offer it till the afternoon. She would wear that. And then she would look in the mirror, how beautiful I'm looking. Not that how beautifully I am looking. She would think about how it will look on the Lord. That's the mood. Servant. Like Ramanujacharya had one disciple, Govinda. He had a very interesting habit. What he will do before he came in towards Ramanujacharya, his previous guru, forgot his name, Sri Shailapurna. So Ramanujacharya went to see Sri Shailapurna. What he was doing, Govinda would make the beautiful bed for his spiritual master and he would lay on it. And when Ramanujacharya saw that, he was amazed. You are making the bed for the Lord. How are you sleeping? So he reached out to his spiritual master and saying that, and he had other habits. I don't want to get in there. That's not the topic today. And he said, Shailapurna asked Govinda, why are you doing like that? He said, I want to make sure that the bed is comfortable for you. I don't want to see what is there in me. I want to see whether it is pleasing Krishna or not, whether it is pleasing his devotees or not. Right? Again, I don't want to get distracted about that. So she wanted to be in Gopi in Vrindavan. So she would wear that. And his father wouldn't realize, and his father would take that garland and offer it to the Lord. One time, he saw there were a bunch of hairs in the garland. And he said, this is weird. So next day he came little early and he saw his daughter wearing that garland and he was amazed. He said, how could you wear that? I have to offer the Lord. Now this is contaminated. I can't offer the Lord. So he didn't go to the Lord to offer that garland. That day night, Lord Krishna came in his dream. Why didn't you offer me that garland? He said, my Lord, this is contaminated because my daughter Goda Devi wore it. He said, every garland now, from now onwards, when you offer, first she has to wear, then only you offer me. So Krishna puts his devotees even on higher plane than us. We see in Lord Ram's Leela, Shabri is tasting the bear before offering to the Lord. And Lord is tasting that. We're just discussing about that Leela. The Lakshmanji is thinking about what is she doing? Lord Ram, you can't do like that. But Lord Ram said, Lord Lakshman, you calm down, let her off. And he was amazed. Why she wanted to do it? Not that I want to take the best one. I want to give you the best one. A lot of times when we come in the hundi, I have hundreds of dollars, but I want to put $1 or 25 cents. Beautiful line someone was sharing in one of the class. I think Radhesham Prabhu, Jagannath ji with his big eyes sees what you hold back, not that what you give. That is why we struggle in the material world. A lot of times we have this question, why there is difficulty in the life, all the answers will be given in this class or in these kathas. So now Lord is offering that, and now she became the age of getting married. And her father asked, whom did I get married to? I gave my heart to Krishna. I only want to get married to Krishna. And then he was amazed. Now, what do we do now? So the Lord appeared in the dream of Vishnu Chitta that bring her tomorrow to the temple in Sri Rangam. I forgot the temple. Sri Ranganath. And the Sri Ranganath also came to the dream of the Pujari that I want to get married to her. Sorry, he didn't ask to bring her. He said, take a procession to her house for marrying her to me. And she came to the temple after the marriage and she entered the deities. And when Vishnu Chittar saw that, he was feeling the separation of his daughter. And Ranganath came to his dream, don't worry. She is taken care of. That's the perfection of life. So, what is the takeaway for today's discussion? Why are we discussing that? Well, the katha is nice. It gives some kind of pleasure to my ears. Question we need to ask is, what is the common theme between all three of them? I want to hear from all of you. Whoever wants to add. We talked about three stories. What is the theme? There is another one which I don't want to cover about Lord Chaitanya coming to Vrindavan. I don't want to cover that. I want to stay with 208. I want to hear from all of you. If you don't speak, then I'll bring the other one. But I want to hear from you. What is a takeaway for all of us in all these three leelas we discussed? Surrender. Beautiful, beautiful. Surrender. Wonderful. Prabhu, you want to add? There is selfless desire to serve the Lord. I don't want an iPhone. I want a U phone. Right? Sorry for the stupid joke, but the whole idea is we want to give it to the Lord. Anybody else wants to add? Pure intention. Beautiful. How do I know if my intentions are pure? That's a question. Anybody can add. For an example, getting a job in AWS and Amazon is a pure intention. I will earn money, right? Intention, I'll take care of my family. It's a pure intention, according to me. Wonderful. Connecting these dots together, it has to be selfless. Even my desire is to please Krishna and his devotees. Beautiful. Anybody from Mataji, I know. You all know much more than me, so I want to hear from all of you. You want to add something, Mataji? Anything you want to add? Go ahead, ma'am. Any little service. Can you imagine when you leave this body, Lord Krishna personally comes and give you a hug? That's the perfection. That is the perfection. And he won't take you to the suburbs of Michigan. He takes you to the spiritual world. That's the power. Anything else we want to add here? Yeah, give maximum what you have. Should we give 100% salary to Krishna? Well, you can. I don't want to. Yes. Based on our capacity, we should give. Like I remember, and I just want to share to be honest, and this is the material contamination. So even if I had 500 note, I would just take. I'm talking about India at that time. I will just take 1 rupee because I was taught only the coins you keep whenever you get in Hindi we call it as a chiller. So whatever you get, the chiller you cannot give it to the shop. You put it in the hundi. It will be used somewhere. That is the miser consciousness. That is the miser consciousness. I come to the temple. Look at me. I offered. That's not what Krishna is looking for. Beautiful. Thank you. I didn't want to pull your legs, but I just want to add something in. Yeah. Correct. Beautiful. Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you. Anybody else wants to add? It's 2:11. I know you are all hungry.
Unconditional, unmotivated, basically.
Unconditional and unmotivated. One thing which I want to share. Thank you, bro. Anybody wants to add? We are incompatible to material world. I was putting a charger cable to charge and I got a notification. Do you want to allow this accessory to work? What does this mean? The material world, any contact with the material world, spirituality gives you a mindset. Can I use that accessory or not? That's the point. Is this accessory connecting to Krishna consciousness or not? This is what we give you. We give you a discrimination to understand what is right, what is wrong. We struggle to understand what is right. A lot of times, we struggle, we bought something or we took something that became a more headache for you because I made a wrong decision. So the question is, I want to make a right decision. How do I do that? To make a right decision, you need intelligence, which is taken care by Krishna. He guides you what to do and what not to do. This is what is offered. This is a byproduct of spirituality. So with that, I want to end. I think with the time, I don't want to cover. All goes to Srila Prabhupada, because of whom we are here. Please forgive me if I said something. I want to be very honest. It's not that I'm at the high platform, I'm a struggling sadhaka. I have a single desire. Sometimes when everything is taken away, you realize the purpose of life. So my condition is that somehow by Lord's grace, I realize He is the only goal of my life. And the purpose of life is to actually take shelter, like you're saying, surrender to Krishna. I have a sincere desire, but I need all of your prayers, like Prabhu was talking. We have zero hope. We have zero hope unless someone prays for us to Krishna. Hey, this guy is struggling. Can you take care of him? So I really need all of your blessings. Please forgive me about any shortcomings in this presentation. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveda Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari. Thank you so much. Thank you. The prasadam is going to be served upstairs. Thank you so much for coming.
Wednesday will be a big festival.
So don't forget to come on Wednesday if you really want to have millions of years of progress in one day.
Festival of Deeds.
Festival of Deities. ये Zoom चालू है कि बंद है? कहाँ से करने का?
आप ऑफ करोगे तो सबके लिए ऑफ हो जाएगा, आप एडमिन हो।
क्या करूँ? कहाँ जाऊँ?
Can you announce? Devotees, have the meeting by 5 p.m.
Very important information. He just mentioned that we'll have a festival of deities on Wednesday on occasion of Indiana Trilogy. So anyone who has deities at home, please bring your deities, whether it's a God-entire deities, Radha Krishna deities, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani deities. You can bring all your deities nicely decorated, and there will be a platform for them to place, and we'll have food sufficient for all the deities. So amazing opportunity. The Brigyo deities and amazing opportunity to take darshan of all the deities of the congregation. So the festival of deities on occasion of everything. And please ensure to bring your deities at 5 p.m. Let me repeat, 5 p.m. So deities can be nicely situated and the meeting can begin on. Very good.
But not inside us. That's amazing. Basic classroom. It's you speak from your heart. आप सबका ध्यान like basic. I was really through such a long time, 20 minutes to do my
ये नंदन निकेतन प्रभु जो बच गया क्योंकि मुझे अंदर सेवा नहीं ना बोला क्या
तो मुझे अगली बार 10 मिनट देना नेट से ना वो भी कुत्ता बनने के लिए बस.
So I prepared for something else which I didn't speak about it. अगली क्लास में करें.
Hey Prabhu, please don't say like that.